The year was 1967, a year of war in Southeast Asia, a summer of love in San Francisco. In Kentucky, proud Clarion won the Derby. Adolph Rupp started his Wildcats on their way to their 23rd SEC championship. But one of the biggest Kentucky stories of 1967 didn't make the headlines. C.W. Sawyer and his future wife Irene came to Lexington on the same day in 1923. They met and married 13 years later, and by 1967, they'd come to love their adopted home. Together, they had a dream to establish a permanent charitable endowment to benefit the bluegrass. C.W. shared that vision with a few friends, and seeded by the Sawyers' initial gift, the Bluegrass Community Foundation was born. 50 years later, we are still dedicated to making critical investments in our community. It's really a simple idea. We know that one person, one couple, can have a powerful influence, but we also know that we make the biggest impact when we work together. For years, a band of unsung heroes guided the foundation forward. Then, in 1994, the Knight Foundation, created by newspaper publishers James and John Knight, made a pivotal investment. That gift gave the Community Foundation a chance to open our first real office and to hire a first full-time professional, Susanna Creek. Her successor, Ann Nash, served until 2009, when Lisa Adkins took the reins as the third executive in the Foundation's history. With a dedicated staff, strong board, and generous donors, the Bluegrass Community Foundation has charitable assets of more than $100 million, devoted to meeting critical needs and improving our quality of life.
I think we have now come to the point that in many cases we not only have a seat at the table as a community foundation, but we are asked to convene the table. People look to us, I think, now for guidance and advice, and we're a partner.
One of just 500 nationally certified foundations in the country, it's also the oldest and one of the largest foundations in the Commonwealth. Our reach has grown well beyond Lexington, with permanent endowment funds in 9 Kentucky counties and charitable fund holders in 31 counties. Our grants have grown too, from $500 in 1968 to a total of $77.5 million today, including more than $9 million in the past year alone.
It gives us that opportunity, our mechanism, if you will, to give back to the community. And so we're just committed to giving back to the community that's been so gracious to us in order that the other folks might have the opportunity to be successful.
It really does make you feel good to give to someone else. No matter how small or how large that gift is or that grant is, or when you see the various funds coming together and you're giving out grants from Bluegrass Community Foundation, it does make you feel good to give.
Here are just a few examples of how the Bluegrass Community Foundation is transforming Central and Appalachia Kentucky. In Clark County, every middle schooler has a laptop to support growth and learning, thanks to a grant from the Clark County Community Foundation.
Well, I've been involved since day one, and I've just seen the benefits that have happened. The charitable dollars are there. It's a matter of explaining what a community foundation is and how it can benefit the donor as well as the many donees that are in need of funds.
In Fayette County, the Community Foundation helped create the Legacy Trail, linking our signature rural landscape to the center of the city. In Harrison County, the Community Fund granted money for a Walking Dead mural, sparking a host of other investments. In Lexington's East End and the North Limestone neighborhoods, we're working alongside residents, businesses, and local nonprofit organizations to highlight the unique assets and richness of each community.
Communities are a reflection of the residents or the neighbors that live in those communities. And I think what makes a lot of communities special are the differences that each neighbor has from house to house, from situation to situation. I think that's what builds character. I'd like to see the community know that the Bluegrass Community Foundation is a partner that's there for them and actually extend their hand towards them instead of the other way around.
Through the years, the Community Foundation has supported affordable, healthy food and healthy food access through sustained investments in local organizations and by helping make possible a permanent local food coordinator in the mayor's office. Our job is to make all the communities we serve the most generous, charitable places they can be. Our goal is to make giving simple, effective, rewarding, and fun. All giving is good, and gifts of all sizes matter. To take just one example, the Good Giving Challenge, where donors contribute $10 or $10,000, has raised over $7 million for more than 100 local nonprofits, all through a simple online platform. Because our work is not done, thousands of engaged citizens spoke out during our On the Table events this year, helping to identify key opportunities for our shared future.
Lisa and the Community Foundation, they have been the anchor for this project. Until we can stand on our own, we're under the Community Foundation umbrella. They have been the best partners, and we are so blessed to have them in our community.
I've always believed that the city is a place where every citizen's heart can sing. And when we have people as engaged as we do in the Bluegrass Community Foundation, willing to give generously their time and their resources, then that helps our city in so many ways move forward.
Imagine what the next 50 years can bring. Imagine stronger, more generous, vibrant, and engaged communities. Imagine the changes we can make when we connect philanthropists with big ideas. Imagine the power of simple, cost-effective, and rewarding investments that address critical needs. And imagine the role you, your family, and your business could play in the future of Central and Appalachia Kentucky over the next 50 years. Our future depends on the choices we make. What's next is up to you, up to us.
I would like my grandchildren to live in a safe place, to live in an accepting place, and to have opportunities and their dreams come true. There are so many things that can be done. Each of us can do something. And I think Lexington, Central Kentucky, Southeastern and Eastern Kentucky all deserve what we can leave our children and the people to follow us.
We are Bluegrass Community Foundation. Like you, we are in it for good.